All right, hello everybody. This is Dr. Luth and or Creasesinger or Mia. I don't know. Sometimes I'll even respond to go, "Hey asshole." I don't know which one. Yeah. Okay, so some may pop on here and just say hello and chat and can interrupt whenever you want, as long as you're over 21. You can chat. I do that because some of the content really does require some more mature adult thinking. Uh, but yep, I always get one that pops on, and yeah, and then pops off. That's by the way. Oh wait. Oh 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 oh. Right. I don't know. That's the thing. I in contemplation of dating again. Yep. Sort of like, and I need like hair and yeah, here, drink this water. Yeah, like oh, yikes. It's a little much. Yeah. So, once again, mhm, slow smoking cessation is the way this is getting done for me. And it's working. So, fewer as I go. You drop down, you get used to it, you get to go. You drop down a little more, you get used to it, you're good to go. I do use these to see my hair. Like I have hair horns. This is straight out of bed hair, and it is 4:33 p.m. But I just never bothered. Um, I know I got big ass, floppy arms. It's just sad. Well, that's why I need to go swimming. I mean, I just don't understand why people would ask me what I want or what I need, and they don't really listen to it, nor do they give a crap. That's why I say to people, just go look up singing from the crease. Singing from the crease, like Crease. And, you'll find it. All right. There's a lot of information about me there. Right. And so, I'm not, fake, fraud, phony, is all I'm saying. So, I can be easily verified. I mean, yeah, anybody can do it themselves. It's not like yeah, not who I say I am, because I am. I'm actually 50 years old, and I'm a, what's it? Her, she. It's like, geez, kids, hold on. I'm trying to figure all this out. Wow. Yeah, damn. Yes. So, the destruction of a clock, which is now going to become some type of proper artwork or something. See, this is why sometimes I have a little more money than some others because I don't just throw it in the trash can if it's usable. Okay, art can come in many ways. I think I already know what I'm going to do. Like it's hockey time somewhere, hockey o'clock somewhere. Right. Yeah, I did. The hockey fans might like that. Like, hey, put it at, like 6. There we go. It's always hockey o'clock. See, hey, so if I can get something, it says it's always hockey o'clock. Then, yeah. Uh, but here is a truth that is a reality, and it can actually be proven scientifically many different ways. Every single second on planet Earth, there is song. So there is music on Earth nonstop. Total truth for everyone. Okay. So you also got to listen to the birds. Exactly. There is. Yes, there is. This earth has been in song for so very long, I can't even tell you. Okay. So I would say that music is really important in schools for that one reason alone. And if you are, a bit of different kind of thinker, maybe Pythagoras, mathematically speaking, has a lot to do with Western musical scales. Okay. So let's not dawdle about making sure from elementary school on, public or private, there's some type of ability to do music programs. Got it? Mm-hmm. Some kids are going to learn a mathematical rhythm, okay? And it's going to, yep, draw them to the mathematics. People, yeah, um, that can be proven too. Plenty of evidence. Uh, so, but everybody, let's frequency up. I don't care how pissed off anybody is. Let's not be dragging people through the bog of silence, the bog of sadness, right? That's what my life has been like for the past 10 years or so. Yeah, never ending story. I got a new, I will say in middle school, I got a lot of new friends when I sang that song out loud. Right. Turn around, look at what you see. I can't hit notes right anymore, but yeah. Yes, never ending story. Hamill, Lamal, reverse. Yeah, that's the other thing. Some of you doing the spiritual mind altered state situation. Some of it's going to come across backwards or upside down or both. So anybody tries to do that free fall by themselves is pretty much. I have no choice but to pre-warn you. Right. Um, but as for some of the things that are going on with me, I just try to check out some of my movements, and I leave this up so internet friendlies, hacky people, I don't care. Random people, sure, why not? But 21 and over, simply because I don't have a lot of time for shenanigans and like good times. See what I'm saying? So everybody else, go have your good times, but yeah, I am doing everything I can to figure out a way to get some type of Maryland license so I can therapist, yeah, something so that I can take health insurance. That's why I have to. I have to ask for something, right? There's just this is not something I got the ability currently to just do absolutely free. So that is why I put out things for the ministry. And the ministry is non religious. You understand? It's not about any of that. Okay? Right. But I am still permitted to have a gnosis of God. You understand? right? But it's like a creator kind of thing. So not everybody's a creator anyway, right? I know. But nobody's allowed to beat me down with the Bible. It's just like, well, shit. Right. Well, that's just assault. And you can keep your Rhema words to yourself. Why do you need your spiritual gear on? You don't trust God? I don't know. Anyway, it's more of a thought that keeps us united. You understand? Okay? So there are some people who, what their lives lacked was a father figure. You understand? Okay? But there's some other people, what their lives lacked was a mother figure. So it's not always gonna come across to anybody like an older man, or it could be a brother, a guiding feminine quality, or a guiding masculine quality. Like some people are just, you're just getting a little, right. You don't have to get so complicated. Like back it up to more basic, simple. And we all are, yes, influenced by things every day. And that's okay, right? Yeah, so manipulation occurs every single day. But manipulation doesn't always mean something negative. It can mean something positive, right? So I have real life situations. Like my chiropractor was, right, manipulating my body. Hmm. And yeah, well, unfortunately, I had to stop that for a little while. It's just, I, I'm so glad everybody can, you know, move at this freaking speed of light. Get what I'm saying? Whatever. However, sick and injured people, you're just expecting way too much from actual real. Yes, and some of them aren't faking. They just don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, right? Okay. I mean, there needs to be a couple, maybe an extra level of care that the United States doesn't really, but people complain. That's too Eastern. That's too mystical. And whoa, but that's too Jewish. And oh, get away from me. Right? I don't want to have anything to do with that. Love is love. Humans are humans. Okay? But everybody needs to understand you don't have to be, there's parts of paranoia that can be destroyed and removed. Okay? So a destroyer, yes, may not be a bad thing, omen, person. You understand? Right. You can destroy sickness. Everyone. Okay? So I don't get into the big arguments about any of that because they just waste time. Right? But in terms of the Rosicrucians, I I'm just gonna use the term mystical mostly because not everyone, every human can do it. So that's anomalous, you understand? Right. Not every human has second sight. Not every human has, right, certain abilities. Some will choose not to. and they need to be allowed to make that choice. Okay. You try and push it too hard, and you're going to break a mind. And so it is now impossible for anyone to break a human mind. Okay. Right. Too many of you claim that it's no harm. Well, I have accrued so much evidence, and so have many others along the way. I'm not the only one that pretty much have to consider the invisible parts of a human. Okay? Everyone does. So, some people carry war wounds on the outside, some people carry war wounds on the inside, some people carry both. But, I'm not as internally wounded as some might think. Uh, so I know how to be absolutely just plain out, straight forward, not caring that some any individual might think I'm lying, but their thought does not make that statement true. See what I'm saying? Okay. And there are people who don't know how to run an investigation at all. And those people will, watch TV and do these things and then, start running around. Right. Thinking that everything that Jerry Bruckheimer's done is all brain training. Now, I mean, there's a way to reverse engineer that and find out. Right. So there's a way to do that. But trying to reverse engineer the Holy Christ just keep leading you and yeah, just be spinning around in circles. Pretty much it's like, don't worry about it. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Every so often, I check in with quantum theory, so I've done recently. And the reason that quantum seems different from the the way that the astrological seeming outside situation is like that is because of occasional anomalous what's the best way to put this, I don't know. Yeah, no, we I don't know how to put it. Like distortion, right? Will happen, and some are perceiving that, well, in a different way from others. So humans will always have certain types of polar centering. You understand? If you're on Earth. Now, right, what happens during a polar shift? Okay, right. So you you do all have to understand. No, nobody's gonna fly off the planet. No, not like yeah, exactly. Not quite. Not quite. Okay, but there is another explanation for the Nazca lines. Like I said, I Easter Island to just be art. You just gotta, right, like, just because expression, some of it, some of it's artistic, some is both. Yeah. But I I know a recent portal, right? I know. I don't. Nobody has to tell me about the portals anymore. I don't even need to look on nobody. Like, right? Oh yeah, the portals, whatever. Yes, the lion portal, and yep, right. But I don't know. Whatever. No one will ever be able to separate me from the Christ. Get it? Just isn't gonna happen. Um. So certain perspectives are. It's okay. Then in some cases, it's both are true at the same time. Okay. That one I use hockey for too, as an example, because one team shoots at the net, and goalie's going for it, but if it hits the post or the crossbar and it doesn't go in, yeah, ping, makes this sound, right? Well, you know for some people, in at the exact same time, exact same incident, you understand, exactly. Okay, there could be good times. Like, yes, like that's a goalie save right there, right? The post was, yep, an extension of the goalie that day, and the other team, right? Like, oh man, we got robbed. That, you see, exact same incident in space and time. You get what I'm saying? Means two different things. Now, most of you are only seeing and concentrating on one of those things. Okay, well, see, right? See what I'm saying? There's some things that aren't really as complex as some might think. Okay, so I don't mind people who've never been to a hockey game. The only time I really like talking during a hockey game, when I'm actually at a hockey game, I it is not a friendly situation for me sometimes, when the puck is in play and people want to have a conversation with me. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm a goalie. Where's the puck? Puck's down. We're going. Yeah, see, like, yeah, I'm goalie minded from way back. I go in the building, I'm goalie minded. It's like, okay, puck's going down. Right? You can tell by the music. There's, yes, environmental cues. Like, you don't even think about it. Right? Like, I know, and I would be one of those hockey fans. Like, if I, get a chance to go to a game again, and I'm sitting anywhere near the ice, close enough to the glass, if if a coach pulls a goalie, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be that dumbass fan. It's just not even gonna understand what I'm doing, and like he'll lurch out of my seat and just right smack into the glass because like it's an empty net. Like, I can't have that. So they're good. Protect the net. Protect the net. Right. Just sheer instinct. Right. That's why I knocked myself out. Like, crazy fan knocks herself out trying to protect an empty net. Ah, right. So far, I haven't done that. So this is good news for me, but this is like kind of how Like my goalie mind works. Like I'm not gonna see that there's anything in my way. No, this is gonna like must protect the net. Right. So anyway, I have been a little. I've been in a better mood. Things are starting to like ease up a little, but still, I have to make. I have another procedure. I gotta go to the hospital get another procedure done. Ugh. And yes, I got prescribed morphine, which is longer lasting. It means I take far less pills. Although, because of insurance, like it was an emergency a week ago. Okay, but because of insurance, I may not see that for 2 months. So I would not have any pain medication. So maybe it's just better that I don't go outside and talk to people. Right? I could not get certain individuals to understand that, and it became a very serious issue. So, well, first of all, it hurts to smile, or those type. What's the matter? Everything's be okay. It's not that bad. It's okay. Like, what are you doing? Well, you're in denial. That's all I can say. Like, that's it. I don't know what else to tell you. No. So I've been doing pain easing meditation, and I I do go to the doctors. It's just holy hell. And I've been trying to do more girly things. I totally just my give a shit ran out to the point where I just didn't care. Hygiene, fuck that, I don't care. I'm not leaving my house. Well, I would brush my teeth and my hair before I went to walk to the store that was right next door to get some daily thing. Right. I just didn't give a shit after a while. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I got cursed to my couch or something. And there wasn't shit I could do, no matter what I tried. So then I just stopped trying. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I get the mummy curse, or you know, I had to take the cat's curse in order to get the fuckers to they finally lift the cup. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Hard to say, but I'm having some people check for me a few things, um, so that I get a more objective, yes, like perspective. But it would be not such a good thing for me to just stay quiet about some of these things that I've experienced going through the U.S. healthcare system, because I mean, some of you have actually right caused me some issues because trying to give me antipsychotics when I didn't need antipsychotics. And there was already plenty of evidence available to suggest that, right? But I know what some of the antipsychotics do to you. So anyone taking Seroquel cannot be considered a reliable source for spiritual information. Okay? Right. Some right causes hazing, benzos. I just don't agree with, but it's not as though people need to necessarily outright say, but anybody in conversation that I've talked to who just outright will say they're on that particular medication. It does distort thinking, and it does cause hallucinogen effects. Now, some want to experiment there. However, I don't, because I know that it's a damaging waste of time already. So instead, I just won't support it or agree with it and just move on my merry way. Just like I won't spend a lot of time trying to help people think about AI, because every single freaking time it just comes down to it's going to kill switch every single time. So, plus, apparently now it's some kind of AI situation. Broke a kid's, snapped a little kid's finger off. See what I'm saying? Yeah, not, keep the AI a little further away from me. Thank you very much. Just don't see it. I could be wrong, and then go ahead, say what you want. Just not my thing. Not interested. Right? Military applications for things just like, well, shit. Nobody should be testing crap on me. Right. But telepathy is not some new concept, and it's not that unbelievable, and it isn't that incredulous situation. What I'm saying. So, some of these things all factor in how humans perceive their world. So some through a veil. What veil? Right. So I'm already, yeah, pretty well practiced a lot of things, right? Including straight up and down thinking, straight shot, right? Not at an angle, right? So, right, power sources, rocks will contain, yes, they contain electrical current. And some rocks and some rock material will attract certain types of electrical current, right? So people need to consider that. So, you know, a travel system, right, having to do with ley lines makes sense too. But information, yes, don't even need the internet. Um, but these things, like, yeah, occurred to me at some point. So, uh, in terms of the safety, well, I don't know. I don't want to test it. I don't want to be a crash test dummy. No. Uh, but it's you have to just stay true. Simple enough. All right. So stay true. Okay. So that happens. That all sorts of misunderstandings do happen. There are cases where it's both of them are correct perspectives. When it comes to the ice hockey example, right? They're both correct, real and true statements. Two conflicting statements are both true and real. Understand? So let's get some. No, man. Out of the third. Everybody needs to get out of the third. You understand? Okay, thank you. Yeah. So anybody who understands that, right? Um, uh, I mean, I've wanted to get married for a while, and I don't know why that would surprise anybody, to be honest. Just, you know, stuff happens. Right. Right. And then, yeah, then individual comes back and kills our children. So that one took me a while. You see what I'm saying? I was not at all capable of having any kind of like intimate relationship with anybody for a while. So yeah, recovered, but hadn't quite gotten all the way up on my feet before another one comes along. Bam! Wait a minute. Right, I gotta get back up again. Oh, yeah, like somebody tell me which one do I hit? Which one? Left or right? Left or right? You see what I'm getting at? Like, I don't know. Fuck it. Just whatever. Yeah. Okay. Oh God. Oh, done. Recovery. And all planned out. Right. Brand new life. Fiance. Things are coming around. Bam! Two 2 months or so ahead of my wedding, my fiance dies in a car wreck. So you people I think can understand when I'm kind of wondering if God's a little pissed off at me or something. Right. Yeah. Like somebody trying to toughen me up or something like hockey style, or what are you trying to do? Soften me up? Hockey style? I don't know. Well, don't do that. I don't need hockey style. Get what I'm saying? No, not for a little while. Yeah. Uh, at all. But geez, Willikers, this last time around, holy, people are gonna leave me out of some things on purpose, please. Uh, so doctors, that's another thing. I'm without pain medication for another couple of months. So I have to take Tylenol, extra strength, and I mean, all of this though is documentation, pain and suffering, folks. It shouldn't. I shouldn't have to wait that long when I'm doing it the way I'm supposed to be doing it, and prior authorization. It seems to only really happen with this one doctor, so I don't know if I'm being handled properly or not. I don't even know. Right? Yeah, but here we are once again. So, oh, I look healthy. Do I? Bullshit. Right. I mean, exactly. orthopedist writes down on my record there, my medical record, oh yeah, she looks healthy. Like, what in the fuck? Who are you looking at? No, I don't. No, I don't. Exactly. I mean, you can see it in my eyes. Most of the time, I just don't even really want to talk to anybody because they're going to make an assumption about something from their perspective. And it's just like, oh, I can't get it. I know some people don't like the dentist. Me, I tried for years to get to a dentist. Right? Like, it was a life or death situation. Why did that have to become a life or death situation for me? Not because I didn't try. Oh, people know I tried. Trust me. If I had dental insurance and proper, yep, if somebody would help me out a little, just a little, I would not have ended up in shock trauma, which is what I'm saying. So now, don't test anything on me without my permission ever again. So I know reparations are coming to me, but at this juncture, yep, I have to concentrate on trying at least once daily at some point, putting out something having to do with the ministry. And, you know, there's some things that um, I have to be more cautious than other people. Yeah, and slower, but that's happening anyway. Yes, like, I don't know. It's dyskinesia. I don't think it's dyskinesia, but maybe it is. Yes, it is like that. But just I can't sit or stand comfortably for long periods of time. So I am constantly having to like shift and oh yes. And no matter, there's the other thing is this, the chair I had to pay with my own money because there's no insurance company gonna give a shit that, you know, my one of my doctors thinks it's easy to just, you know, materialize an orthopedic chair right out of nowhere. No. Congratulations, you all people. Right. Okay. Right. So, yeah, the blinking thing, I didn't notice that my blinking has slowed down since 5 years ago. I did a video. So I have videos to compare my movements and facial features. I've been trying to track certain things. So I'm not coming at Hopkins stupid. Okay. Gratefully, there's a Michael J. Fox Foundation. I was last year, I think, on that. I signed up for a webinar thing, and yeah, and it's the one thing that I've noticed. Okay, right, seeing, listening to someone speak, and who has Parkinson's. See what I'm saying? Okay. Like, is I have some similar like breaks in my thought and movement that were similar to Michael J. Fox's. But any video or anything I have from a certain time in my life, no, that wasn't there. That wasn't present. There were things that just have changed, and I've got documentation of it. Okay, great. So I just need to No, so that I can, you know, get on it as quickly as I can for the preservation of some quality in my life. You understand? That's I'm allowed to do that in the United States of America without being bullied. So that's my point. Is you know, if I can't get there, yeah, I've been back and forth to uh, physical therapy, yeah, several times, numerous times, really. And as soon as one thing starts feeling better, something else will tank on me, and then some of the exercises that I've gotten used to at the pool, I had gotten used to at the pool. There some times when it's just like I can't get my arm to do that today, or I can't get my you know left half to right be do balance exercises, and just yeah, the left is worse than the right. But I had a way to measure that because I was doing physical therapy, and I can tell straight out, right? Every time I try and balance on my left in the pool, like, that's just like, oh my God, this is right. Okay, not happening. Yeah, the left is worse than the right. So, but I still have to do the right, and yeah, and it's still like that. But I could correct the right after a while. But no, I'm not faking this shit. And it is concerning. Yeah, well, I'm single and I don't have any family. So there are a lot of people that don't have that situation in their life. So, you know, it should not be some, you know, right, mystery of the ages for certain types of medical and scientific thinkers, anyway. Some things, yes, let's like, so I don't really have the world's best things to say about certain situation that I am no longer a part of. Totally not connected to them anymore. But they're trying to control the information. It's like we don't get to do that. No, right? And they're trying to backpedal because they know. And there's a certain female who really just should be grateful to the Holy Lord Father God that she, didn't have to be in prison when she had her child. Is how serious this is. So there will be gravity. Okay? So, how certain people perceive certain things are the reason why, you know, breakthroughs happen with anything. Right. Well, I mean, sure, I want Parkinson's cured in our lifetime. Yeah, whether I have Parkinson's or not, you see what I'm saying? Like, all of it. There's a way to destroy disease, people. Okay? you need to understand that is the case. So sometimes, yeah, I don't know. It might be. I have vision that's like second sight, but it's, yeah, kind of not quite the description as described by some of the anomalous or paranormal research people, because it's accompanied with quite a few other things. But holy gifts of the spirit, on the other hand, of course, those are real and true. Okay. In the United States, a therapist cannot tell you that that's ridiculous and still be able to, yes, see what I'm saying? So that's happened more than once. All right. No, you can't do that. And quite frankly, I disagreed with this individual because it's almost so many people on earth understand synchronicity. Well, obviously, so did Carl Jung. So clearly, this person thought Carl Jung was a fucking idiot, delusional idiot. I mean, what else am I going to say there? Right. The people who aren't even spiritual understand synchronicity. See what I'm saying? So that's not some fake ass delusion. No. Okay. It isn't. And it can be proven over time scientifically. And the thing is, well, I think science way further along than you might be. Okay? And not all of this lies. No. So I wouldn't, I mean, I might, it's not challenge a doctor, but it's sort of like, well, somebody's got to have like an extra 5 minutes for me. Sometimes, doctor people, okay? Because I don't think most of my care team even sees the whole picture. Well, I've been trying. Like, that's not new shit for me. Anywhere I go, anywhere I would move, anywhere on earth, I would have to have availability of an orthopedist. End of story. So that's one. And a general practitioner, or, yeah. So it's kind of like, well, some of us, you know, get the information that leads us to the conclusion that the primary care or the general practitioner or the family doctor, whatever anybody wants to call it, is the one who coordinates the care. But in my case, that hasn't been the case. And my pain management doctor, I'm sure, has not given my, yeah, they don't have the records. And so I have to go running around getting fucking copies. Totally forgot to bring this to one of my appointments, but I'll use this copy for something else. I mean, yeah, you people are just outright not in your right minds, some of you, to, yeah, So, exactly why I pray daily, clean daily. Yep, constant, constant spiritual maintenance. So, my effort goes there instead of physical maintenance. You understand? But I've learned doing physical therapy. I mean, yeah, there have been some who've given me stuff to take home that I can use. I found some stuff online. ATI, the ATI, the well, that's the only ATI I was willing to go to anyway. But it's got the pool. They gave me some stretchy bands, so I've gotten a few things along the way that have been helpful that I have. All right, but oh, this chair isn't working for me. I have to either get out my donut or I have to move this. Yeah, but these things are out of pocket cost. You understand? Right. So, what do people who don't have out of pocket money do? Suffer. That's kind of uncool. And no, I'm not this tough. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm not. I've been freaking asking for help. People say, why don't you ask for help? I'm like, you don't understand how many times I have. And it's all verified online. Okay? Don't come at me spewing your crap. That is the thing that some spiritualists are going to have to face up to here. Human psychology also has terms: transference, projection. Got it? Right. So there is a way to discern those two things that I am an ace at. And that's not something that very many human beings can do on Earth. So, stress. Eventually, I don't even know what the hell stress is. Like, well, you're stressed, obviously, but not me. I don't have time for that. Okay? So, there are ways to do it, but you don't stuff it down. And there are some low class people rolling. And some of you get really loud about stuff, but it's sort of like, how about everybody volunteer? Just one day a year. Okay, great. Oh, I've had several injuries that, yes, from bumpkins doing stupid crap because they think they know chemistry. So I'm used to the guts and the blood and the gore and the biohazards and the filth and the muck. Okay? Why do I have to be used to it? I don't. So some transitions I made when I was, hey, what are you people telling me to wake up for? Been awake way longer than you. Right. The morning is my center on all that is holy. Okay, time. So that is why I get up earlier. It's the quiet time of the day for me. That's the time, right? For me, before sometimes even before the birds start singing. Usually, though, it's the birds that wake me up. Like, ooh, it's 4:45, right? Okay, Blue Jay, or it's yeah. There's a cardinal. It's all yeah, scoping around looking for ladies, right? At 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. But people have to understand I'm an actual animal behaviorist. Yes, right. Yes, certified. I have a degree. I got so much in here about that stuff. It's kooky. Yeah. So there are things that are very much explainable. Just haven't quite gotten the whole big picture yet. So there are some things that it could be out of body or astral travel around the planet. Okay. So something like the Nazca lines just simply could be landmarks for beings that flew or still fly, or humans who have eh, risen up out of their bodies. That could be it too. Okay. This whole sensationalism of shit is quite literally killing people. So if you want to keep doing it, then I'm going to keep aiming toward preservation of holy life. And that's going to leave many of you in a bit of a crappy situation. Okay? Right. So, people who are at home a lot, you do have to try to move around and, don't try to get stuck in the bed. Try to figure your way to, you know, around. Um, but the internet, there's friendlies. There's calm friendlies on the internet too. It isn't the wild, wild west. I know. It's the youngsters. What's it? I can't remember. Right. Tim Pool. Yeah. Baked Alaska. Right. I know. I know. There was one that ended just like yeah, Sopranos. Like suddenly he just stops talking. Everybody's gone. There's like two of us left on the chat. Like it's like the end of Sopranos. Yeah, what happened? Yeah, baked Alaska. It's not really the worldwide west, the wild wild west, Tim. But that's the problem. Is there are yes privacy situations which if a private citizen tells you you need to stop, then legally speaking, you need to stop. So those of you walking around, making documentaries, well, make sure that you have permission from everybody. Okay, these things can take some time. You got to track all this stuff. Okay. As for anything that I put on YouTube these days, it's a lot of it is I can I will put more content on singing from the crease. It's simply this is just easier for me to check light, to have on video my general self, to compare for tracking symptoms or any other thing that I need. Plus, so this too, occupational therapy. Yep, I still got the old chip too. Yep. I also had a dentist who gave me great tea and coffee. Yeah, like stained yeah, fillings. Yep. To match my, yeah, my dingy teeth. Right. So, but it's confused another dentist. I think, no, it's the filling. That's, see what I'm saying? The confused cannot help me. Okay. So I'm not expecting it. But there's a lot of terminology that average American citizens never even have to look at. They don't have time, is what it is. Some people don't have time for bureaucracy or fights about money or trying to figure out, how to get 200 miles to, a facility that has certain types of medical care, whatever. See, right? No, they don't. None of us do. I don't. I don't appreciate people dicking around. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm not dicking around here. Right. I have no idea what, yeah. It is an absolute incorrect notion, and it is never proven to be, in the end, a good thing for individuals who treat adults like children. If you're into some BDS thing, like, okay, we use a safe word, don't kill each other. Okay, but everybody else, you see what I'm getting at? Right. I don't have time to waste. And you people aren't allowed to waste it. And if you can't be considerate enough to actually understand, yeah, I'm a real sick person. No, I am not going to go to the local truck stop and, as a sick person who needs medical things and needs to be close to labs, because I do them all the time. And I am not just going to go random, right, hitch a ride with the trucker so that I can get somewhere in the United States of America. You see what I'm getting at? It's not really the best way to travel to get medical care. It's also not the safest way, although, yeah, I know some truckers. They're decent people. That's not what I'm saying. So, no, I don't really think that some of it's amusing or clever or useful or at all proper. Okay? There have been some people come at me clever. The problem is just, well, you're not coming at me. You just think you're coming at me. That's not my fault. Okay? So, the guitar I might not be able to play. It's okay. I'll try. I'll try and see. I call this the Mona Lisa effect, and it's the one that I have actually talked to psychological professionals about more than once throughout my life. Just on occasion, it'll just start popping up. Anyway, oh, what are you frowning for? I'm not frowning. No. Yeah, my face is naturally born like this. And quit patting me on the back when I can't see you do it. Because I'm autistic. Now, people who do that on purpose are then right. bullying and abusing and autistic, which eventually might land some of you in jail. It's not really that funny. It isn't. So, okay, fine, call it resting bitch face. It's more like Mona Lisa face. hmm Because, and it wouldn't matter if I was a smoker or not a smoker, right? The, always like this, okay? Right. Can't differentiate. Some people cannot differentiate that in faces. You understand? Tell that I am not. But it only takes so many muscles. It takes fewer muscles to smile than it does it. Fantastic. Nothing helpful about that statement at all. Can I have my 2 seconds back? Okay? Most people cannot give me any advice. You get what I'm saying? Right. So at this juncture, I mean, people don't. Some people are not permitted to shape my future or even be involved in it. You understand? Right. So that is up to me. So yeah, I'm discerning when it comes to people. And the one thing I'm gonna say is, hey, hi, if you're local, don't come at me with the bullshit. Hit me up, crap. I don't know, right? Like, fellas, if you're like over 50, you know, it's a, that's a bad way to go. That's, yeah. Well, if you're not hitting on a teenager, you understand? Right. If you are, I hope the police catch you one day. Well, it's better they catch you than me. Point blank. Right. So there are quite a few adults now who are, right, getting diagnosed. Right. But exactly. Did you know? Could you tell? A lot of us work. Yeah, we also create things. And yeah, some of us do have imaginative play. So all that old school autism shit needs to fucking stop now before it hits another generation. So I don't need to be an autism advocate. There's plenty of those, right? No, I got too much to do. Nobody can steer me that way. Stop trying to steer. We're not going to wreck. And anybody who's been doing psi experiments, PSI experiments, well, some of you, it's just like, well, how are you going to control for those of us who have those gifts and abilities? So, right, Center for Noetic Sciences. So I'm like, well, yeah, you don't have a way to control for God. And the DARPA or Dharma or Darla, whatever the hell they call it every other year. No, total information awareness will never be something that humankind will achieve. You get what I'm saying? Right. You don't want that. All right. But DARPA has to consider the Holy Creator. And then a lot of money spent on stupid shit stops being spent on stupid shit. Leave me out of it though, okay? If I have to rise up and defend my freaking country against something though, it better not be an effing drill. Okay? There's some things it says in scripture you can't comprehend. Well, quite literally means that. Don't worry about it. Some are right. And yeah, the asshole individuals who had everything to do with pushing an autistic to the point, which takes me a while to get to what some people who've seen the movie Rain Man might understand. Yep, Qantas Airlines. Okay, now you pushed me to Qantas Airlines on purpose, knowing you did it, knowing you're doing that. You get to be called abusers for the rest of your damn lives. So exactly, pushed me hard. Did you think I was faking? Then serves you fucking right. I go Qantas fucking Airlines. And I hope that I have such a fucking, right, like autistic bullshit and meltdown that it shuts down a goddamn terminal. I know my limits. I explain this to people. I'm very calm about that. Right. So those people, mm, in Elton, and those people who still work or formerly worked for Upper Bay, right, counseling and support services, who participated in such a fashion, are abusers of little autistic women. And if they're doing it to me, who the fuck else have they done it to? Did you think before you even tried to act? Plenty of people are not, don't have the fucking monkey brain, okay? But no, or whatever the fuck it is. But nobody's gonna bring one over here, okay? And add to the fucking problems. So back it on out. And you don't get to add to my problems. And you don't get to compare. And you don't get to pick and choose. It's ridiculous. It's just, I won't have anything to do with anybody who thinks like that. Oh, well, it gets it. What's it? What's it? Right? Monkey mind or whatever the hell it is. Just, I don't give a shit. Didn't ask for a monkey. And I've been perfectly in control of mine for a very long time. So I don't do spiritual hookups. Right. Yes, I'm also not a spiritual prostitute either. Right. Or Jezebel or any of those other things. No. Right. Okay. I date people with freaking college educations. You understand? Right. Well, except for the ones who lie to me. Right. Didn't really get a college education. Well, everybody lies. What? That's not true. That's not the way to go about getting women online. So if you continue to do those things, eventually law enforcement will be involved. Okay. I can't take care of anybody's children right now. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody's grandma right now. So I know I have jurisdiction. Hence, there'd be no way to put doubt in my mind. And it's been that way since I was a small child. So don't come at me thinking that I'm yours for the fucking taking, ignorant shits. I don't even care how much money anybody has. You see what I'm saying? Right. It's not quite like that. No. But I also need to get some research out and a couple articles, which I've been started this work on them on and off. So, but some of this research does mean that I need to become abundantly familiar with the University of Edinburgh and a few other universities. And since I can't travel their ways, though, but some of this stuff is hasn't they haven't come out in journal articles yet, and some people, if they don't want to share their research, you understand, then I'm not going to force anybody to do that, right? I mean, no. But some of it is adjunct to certain things. So for me, the NDEs and near-death experiences, I I have talked to, I mean, but I am not as heavy into that kind of study. Well, because there's so many others. See what I'm saying? That they're just so right. So others who really seem to be all interested. But spirit, it's energy, all right? Vibrations, mm-hmm, are communications. So just keep that in mind, okay? Yeah. I still don't know. If I go medical degree, I'm gonna have to find the universities gonna be willing to, let me clip out of as much as I possibly or whatever. But otherwise, just general counseling, you know, that's gonna have to be basically for free. I mean, I might be able to get a grant. It's exhausting applying for grants and applying for work and applying for this and applying for that and then, hey, I was waiting to find out about a grant. when I got evicted, just so happened there was a holiday, and my next door neighbor did a very unchristian like thing. So I just prayed to her pastor and, pray some things over. Absolutely not at all representative of what a Christian would do. Uh, so, people like to be shitty sometimes, right? But I don't have to be like them, and neither does anyone else, right? And freaking figure out their problems. Uh, so that's an hour and a half. Um, I'm just trying to get as much on video as I can until because I think that I'm not gonna. There'll be some, yeah, downtime where I won't be making some videos, but I do track my symptoms, and I can't do it the way that all these. I'm just like, there's really only somewhat of a 24-hour day here. I got going. You know, people need to schedule in shower time, and right, some people would never ever even attempt to think of themselves as owned, but some people don't mind it. So you can't decide certain things for certain people, no matter how hard you try. And it is true in reality. It's true in real fact that there are things that everyone on earth cannot control. You understand? Right. So they're, yes, out of our control. This is how this happens. It's true. Um, there's a lot that I need to figure out, but I still need volunteers. Elkton and locals. Yep. Uh, sometimes, like, yes, just 1 hour on a weekend or something if you got a little extra time. But I do need people that can lift like at least 10 pounds or stand on what do you call it? A doohickey, and what's it? Yeah, what the hell is that? The ladder thing? Yeah, the step stool. Yeah, god damn it. One of them things. Elton. All right. So still put that out there. 1,000 guaranteed a month to the ministry stabilizes this situation for a while. It is kind of like putting some cardboard under, under the table. But for now, right, and for now, my lopsidedness, one leg taller than the other, I just finally got heel lift, and I don't know, it helps a little. So many people have so many different ideas about shit that, but some of them are like deadly stupid. So you don't you don't get to kill me deadly stupid. That's something. Yep. Get what I'm saying? So exactly. But also for people who can't be around alcohol or shouldn't or don't want to be, and you're one of those dry alcoholics for a while. I don't ever really drink. I can't anyway. So I find having fun in places where there's no alcohol is pretty easy. Yeah, I'm easy going that way. Very no temptation, that kind of thing. It's not a temptation to me, but it is to other people. I try not to put stumbling blocks in anybody's way. Yep, God Cares Ministries needs some financial assistance. I know it's coming. I can tell it's going to be 1,000 a month will stabilize this so that the fund can start growing faster. And me, I just don't have a choice but try and take it kind of day by day. And I do. So I try not to make too many promises of when I'm going to be able to do something or how I'm going to be able to do something. But there are times when if I go to larger capacity public places, sometimes that can be the hospital. Clearing out afterward the whole like mental clean sort of thing um, can take me weeks, sometimes months. So people have to have some realistic expectations about some things sometimes because it's for your own good. And I've known people who have been diagnosed with post traumatic stress and they think they're okay, but then they get in a situation where no, that's not the case. See, so it's not some kind of fake thing, though. Okay, it's not fake. It's not made up. It's not a hoax. All right, I'm not hoaxing anybody. Why would I? But there are people, even people who believe in exorcism and other types of things, who, like me, from a psychology standpoint, it's like it doesn't freaking matter. The fact of the matter is, there are people who need comforting. Okay, right. So there need to be people who are just gonna freaking stay calm, even if some weird shit is quite literally possibly to overtake your own self. It can't happen. See what I'm saying? It can't happen. It's just some of you putting some things out. Some of you are mind controlling your own friends. Don't bullshit me. So the charlatans need to scurry and don't leave a trace because that's the only way you're going to make it out. And you will not be warned again. Okay? Right. Everybody else, just stay true. Right? Just love above all else. And sometimes it's hard to understand that, but it's true. Okay? Everybody once a day. That's all I could ask anybody. You get in the habit of doing it. I mean, it can instant clear, and especially if you're used to doing it out some right. But it dissipates. You're not right sending it to anyone else. See what I'm getting at? Um, People need to consider what we means before anybody tries to think that I'm some kind of a part of a we. No, I'm not. I don't we up with certain. No, that's where I'm like, well, fine, then kill me. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Right. There just gets to be that point. So, no, I'm not really dangerous or anything, but I'm going to be treated like a grown up adult with college degrees and many, many years' experience. Right. I'm an excellent coordinator, and I've coordinated large scale things. So, for me, smaller scale, that's okay too. But everybody try to, and remember that sometimes shouting down gets you twice the bad result. Okay? That is, a reality. Take care. People check in, you know, things are going to be a little more slow for me because I can't freaking take the freaking blitzkrieg of how many labs. Like, do I even have that much blood available in me today? I don't know. Right. Um, just take care of everybody and try to let go of some stuff every so often. And, think of funny things. Think of funny things. I may not think it's funny, but maybe you think some stuff's funny. Right. Well, just think of funny things in the middle of having a bad day. I don't know. It does work for me a good portion of the time. But what works for me may not work for you. So find something you think is ridiculously funny. Mhm. And try to just, if you're going to visualize anything, that might help you out. All right. Take care.